Very good afternoon to everyone. So today we'll be doing the Hindu analysis of 30th of September. So let's start. Okay, so I shared the newspaper on your screens. The first page of the news analysis talks about Okay, the Kaveri Water Management Authority on Friday upheld the decision of Kaveri Water Regulation Committee asking Karnataka to release 300 feet per second to Tamil Nadu. That means the regulation committee's decision has been upheld by Kaveri Water Management Authority. So this has upheld what CWRC's decision of what to release water to Tamil Nadu and how much 3000 cubic feet per second. Now it also told Karnataka to take the shortfall of 0.71 thousand million cubic feet that arose during the 15-day period that ended. Now the CWRC took its decision at one of the meetings. Now what is the government of Karnataka saying? So the Karnataka government has decided to file a review petition before the Supreme Court and CWMA. So Karnataka government is going to do what? They are going to file a review petition. Just a minute. Okay. So what will the review petition all will be about? Now see, if you just walk down to the history, what you will find is that there were certain agreements that were made between the Karnataka government, that is during that time, and also Tamil Nadu government, and regarding what? Regarding the water sharing, your water sharing principle. So what was happening was that it was said that and somewhere back down in the history, the 75% of the water to the Tamil Nadu and Puducherry will be allocated, and 23% to the Mysore and rest to the Kerala. So after time changed and post independence, what happened was that in 1990 we got Kaveri Water Dispute Tribunal, and the final verdict what they said was that there would be Karnataka who will be directed to release some water every month based on the reservoir level. So what was happening that based on post independence agreements, the decision was made, and decision was what? That Karnataka was directed to release water, and release water as in when the reservoir level is less. That means if the state of Tamil Nadu, for that matter, the Puducherry, the regions of the Puducherry, etc., they are not having the sufficient amount of water. So what is going to happen is that Karnataka is going to release water, in a certain few months if the reservoir level is going less or if there is no water present. So what happened was that there was a judgment that came, and that judgment talked about what? That reduced share of Tamil Nadu, the Karnataka government could reduce the share of Tamil Nadu and could, and based on that, Karnataka could release the annual share of water. And this was done by who? The Kaveri Water Management Authority and Kaveri Water Regulation Committee. Just a minute. And this was based on what? The Supreme Court judgment. Fine. Now what's happening is that the Kaveri Water Management Committee, this regulation committee, has released what? Asking Karnataka to release this much of water, but Karnataka government has decided to file a review petition and against who? The committee, for what? That it has also decided to form an advisory panel to collect data and provide advice to the government on the issue. So what was happening is that the New Delhi, that barring Karnataka representation or other basin state, joined the discussion, and what was said that as for Tamil Nadu, the officiating principal secretary for water resources attended this meeting, and they have said that as in past there was an intense exchange of views between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. So this is what was expected also, because Karnataka is not willing to release the water. Why? Because Karnataka is saying that the rainfall of the season was not sufficient. So they themselves are not having that much of water, and they have what? Bengaluru, and Bengaluru mein there is what? Scarcity of drinking water. This is what Karnataka government is talking about. Moving to page number 8. What is there? Now, Karnataka also pointed out that it was only dependent upon the southwest monsoon. Now, this is what I have just now said, that Karnataka is giving the reason that why they are not willing to release the water, because they are saying that, see, what is happening is that the southwest monsoon is the only way based on which they are having water in their basins. Which basin? Kaveri basin. So, which played truant this year, but Tamil Nadu could fall back on northeast monsoon, which was said here. Now, according to the data of the Central Water Commission, the realization of the Kaveri water at Piliguru this month was 11.8 TMC fit. So they have also given the report regarding the quantity or the amount of water that is present in the basin. Now, based on this, what is happening is that certain committees and these issues have been sent to the fact-finding committees to ascertain the level of distress in the Kaveri basin. Now, a similar panel was constituted by Union government on the direction of the Supreme Court. After visiting these two states, the panel submitted its report on October 17, and its conclusion, the panel did not quantify how much water should be released by Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, but it indicated that while Karnataka should appreciate the matter of protection of established irrigation in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, the lower basin state should factor in the aspirations of the upper riparian state for developing its network. That means you should also know about the Kaveri River and You should also know about the upper riparian states, etc. Fine. Now, all in all, if I go with the article, if I have to discuss with you that what is the issue behind, what is the problem line, see, the only thing that they have pointed out is that they are dependent upon the southwest monsoons for what? For having the water in their regions. That means in Kaveri Basin, they get water from where? Only from the source of southwest monsoon. Now, when they are getting the water from southwest monsoon, when they get water from there, then is the reason, or then they will have sufficient or ample amount of water so that they could release it in the Tamil Nadu area. Now, when it comes to Tamil Nadu gets water, or Tamil Nadu has this, reservoir from where? So for Tamil Nadu, now this is the state for Karnataka. And for Tamil Nadu, it's basically the northeast monsoon. So what is happening is that your Kaveri Basin in the regions of Karnataka is getting water from southwest monsoon, and when it comes to Tamil Nadu region, the water they are dependent on northeast monsoon. So northeast monsoon brings water in the regions of Tamil Nadu. Now the Karnataka government has decided what? To file the petitions before the Supreme Court and the CWMA. Now it has also decided to form an advisory panel for what? To collect data and provide advice to the government on the issues. Fine. So this is all in all the issue behind your Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kaveri water management. Fine. Now let's move on to the next news analysis. Now, in page number 2, you have got CM announces 15-point winter action 15-point winter action plan to fight air pollution. Now, Delhi government to focus on controlling pollution caused by dust and vehicles. Special teams, war rooms to help enforce the existing prohibition. Biodecomposers to be used for 5,000 acres of farmland to prevent stubble burning. Now, what is happening is the CM has announced a 15-point action plan to tackle the air pollution during winter. Now, if you see, every year, it's not only about this year. Every year, what is the issue coming is that during winters, you'll have the condition where you'll be having a condition of smog. Fine. So it's again I'm saying it's not fog. No, it's a condition of smog. So what is happening is, where is this condition, or why is this condition arising? So when the city struggles with smog, see, this is exactly what I'm saying, that the city has a condition of smog. There's poor visibility and a drop in the air quality, mainly due to meteorological factors and stubble burning. Now, describing air pollution as a regional problem, what has the CM urged the center to call a meeting? Now, what is the action point? The plan announced on Friday includes several focus areas, including controlling stubble burning, vehicular pollution, open burning, and dust pollution. Now it also calls for the formation of special teams to enforce some of the existing bans. Now what are those bans? One ban is your open garbage burning. So they have said what you have to focus on open garbage burning. Fine. Speaking about the measures taken to prevent the stubble burning in the CM city, the CM said we have been using a biodecomposer made by the Indian Agriculture Research Institution, that is PUSA. So, in order to deal with this, they have said that we have made a biodecomposer, and this biodecomposer is known as what? So, the biodecomposer will be used over 5,000 acres of farmland this year. The biodecomposer is a microbial liquid spray which, when spread onto paddy stubble, breaks it down in a way that can be easily absorbed into the soil, whereby farmers then have no need to burn the stubble. So, what they are saying that based on this biodecomposer, it is a microbial fuel liquid spray which, when sprayed onto paddy stubble, breaks it down in a way that it can be easily absorbed into the soil, whereby farmers then have no need to burn the stubble. So they this fluid or this liquid would help in doing what? This will help in absorbing in the soil. What else the CM has said that PM 2.5, that is your particulate matter 2.5 and your particulate matter 10, that is 10 levels in the city, had reduced by nearly 30%, marking a significant improvement in the air quality. So your PM, that is particulate to matter 2.5 and the particulate matter 10, has, according to the CM, has considerably reduced in the city. Now, PM 2.5 and PM 10 are fine inhalable particles that can get into the lungs and bloodstream and lead to various respiratory and other diseases. That means your particulate matter 2.5 and 10 are dangerous. Why? Because they can lead to respiratory and other diseases. But in a bid to contain the spread of harmful particulate matter, the government this month has decided to do what? Impose a complete ban on the sale, storage, production, and bursting of firecrackers for the third consecutive year. So, if the open garbage burning has been banned, next is that they have imposed a complete ban on sale of firecrackers. So bursting of firecrackers, production, sale, etc. Everything. So this is happening now. Pollution hotspots. So what is the government saying now? CM has said that the government has identified 13 pollution hotspots, and that specific action plans have been prepared for each. He said that a war room had been created and that 13 special teams had been formed to monitor the implementation of the action plans. So they are talking about the war teams that have been created so as to monitor the implementation of action plan. The CM added that this team has been formed to implement the existing ban on burning garbage in the open. Now, to control the dust pollution on roads, 82 mechanical roads sweeping machines, 530 water sprinkling machines, 258 anti-smog guns will be deployed during winter. So they have made their things very clear in order to fight the smog. that this winter we might witness. The CM has been announcing action plans before the onset of winter every year, and he had announced a similar 15-point action last year as well. So, you see, the preparations are no doubt in a right direction, but let's see how they are able to fight the smog this year based on the bans, etc. they have deployed. So this was the 15 action winter plan to fight air pollution. Now let's move on to the next news. Now, if you see the news here in page number 10, what is it? Electoral bonds to go on sale from October 4th. So, what is the news behind that? We'll discuss the detailing of it. The news says what that the government on Friday announced the sale of 28 tranche of electoral bonds at all authorized branches of SBI. While the move comes ahead of the assembly elections in a few states. Now, this what they are talking about is that a 10-day sale window in October is a part of the stated schedule. And why is this? To clean the system of political funding in the country. That means the manner in which the political funding of the system or the political funding was done need to be changed, and for that they brought electoral bond. Now, as per the scheme, the bonds are made available for 10 days each in January, April, July, October, and on dates specified by the union government and an additional 30-day period in the year of Lok Sabha election. Now, in November 22, the government amended the scheme to grant itself the power to declare an extra fortnight of electoral bond sales in this year, when states and union territories with the legislature have elections. That window was used to issue electoral bonds ahead of Gujarat and Himachal Assembly election. Now, if I talk about what are your bonds, or for that matter, why these bonds have been issued, what is the reason behind issuance of this bond, that need to be known. So let's do that. Now, if you remember a little bit about electoral bonds, so these bonds were, introduced in the financial bill of 2017, and they were notified in January 2018 under the electoral bond scheme. So the first sale that happened of electoral bonds, that was in March 2018. So since then, what they are doing is that they have released what four months, and based on those 4 months, the 10 days per year will be having what your electoral bonds will be sold up, right? So based on that, what else they are doing is, now this is present in your electoral bonds. you have got the 4 months, and based on this, it is your electoral bonds are to be sold out. Fine. Now, when or how will this happen? This will happen in the respective (29) branches of SBI. Now, based on this, these branches of SBI are going to release what? Your electoral bonds. Now, only the political parties registered under Section 29A of the Representation of People Act, that is 1951, and which have secured not less than 1% of the votes that are polled in the last general election of the House of the People, or you can say the Legislative Assembly, will be eligible. So all those people who are eligible for electoral bonds are who? So you should know about the eligibility of the political parties for the electoral bonds. So who are those? Now they are the one who are registered under 29A of Representation of People's Act 1951. So first criteria is that the political party need to be registered over here. Then the second criteria is that they should secure not less than 1% of the not less than 1% of total votes. So 1% of total votes polled in the last general election. Fine. So not less than 1% of the total votes polled in the last general election, and this the general election comprises of your election of um, legislative assembly or House of the People, whatever you say. Fine. So this was the detailing that you should know about electoral bonds. Let's move on to the next analysis. And the next analysis is okay. Now, if you see in the similar page, we have this Zhang to receive Shastra Ramanujan Prize. So the 2023 Sahastra Ramanujan Prize will be awarded to Zhang of the University of California, Berkeley. Now, this annual $10,000 prize is for outstanding contributions by individuals in areas of mathematics influenced by Indian mathematics great, that is Ramanujan in broad sense. That means this Sahastra Ramanujan Prize is basically why, because the one who has done excellent in the field of mathematics, and this is influenced by great mathematician. And who is the great mathematician? That is the Ramanujan. Now, the prize will be awarded at an international conference in number theory on December 22, 2022. at Sasastra University in Kumbakonam, that is Ramanujan's hometown. So this Sasastra University is present where in Kumbakonam, and this is what the hometown of the great Indian mathematician who was Ramanujan's. Mr. Han received his BS degree in mathematics from Peking University in 2010-12 and his PhD in mathematics at Princeton University in 2017. So, after working at the Institute for Advanced Study, Princeton and the University of Wisconsin since 2021, he has been an assistant professor at University of California, Berkeley. Now, his fundamental work spans how does that works on, that is analytic number theory. Now he has worked on the theories of what analytic number. He has also talked about what combinatorics. He has also talked about Euclidean harmonic analysis, geometry, etc. So these are his work to know about. Now, building on his doctoral thesis, he and the Wu proved a generalization of the main conjecture in the Gradov's mean value theorem. So, they have also talked about the Gradov's mean value theorem. Now, what is this theorem concerned? So, which is concerned with the sums of numbers raised to certain power. So, this mean value theorem is concerned with the sums of numbers raised to a certain power. Fine. Now, this was regarding the Shasastra Ramanujan Prize. Now, let's move on to the next news. I have done electoral bonds with you. I have done the Sasastra Ramanujan Prize. Okay, now coming on to the 12th page. And what has the 12th page for you? Okay, so the 12th says that NABARD, just a minute. Okay, so NABARD announces listing social bonds on BSE. So the NABARD Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development announced the listing of its social bonds on BSE. The bank has raised nearly 1,040 crores through this offering. The fund would be used to refinance the Jal Jeevan Mission, the union government's drinking water project. Now, this fund is for what? The Jal Jeevan Mission. And what is Jal Jeevan Mission? It is a project which is referred for drinking water. So, drinking water project. So, drinking water project in the state of Telangana. Now, what have they said? That the NABARD chairman said that the bank planned to expand its offering with sustainability bonds and green bonds soon. That means we are right now talking about at present we are talking about social bonds, and the bank has also talked about what to expand its offering with sustainability bond and also with respect to green bonds. Fine. He also suggested that incentivizing investors to consider social and green bond to boost interest in such listing. So NABARD has also talked about what? Incentivizing the investors. And why? So that they could invest on such bonds. So incentivizing the investors in future, so as to do what? So as to boost the investment. And this is coming from where? NABARD. Okay, so this was about your social bonds. Now what else is there? Now see, if you want to just memorize for the fact that what is a social bond, so what you need to do is that you should remember that social bond is a kind of initiative for since I told you that they are planning to incentivize the investors who are going to invest in these social bonds, the sustainable bonds, and the green bonds. And what is the reason behind it? Because they want to create this positive environmental impact. So governments, public entities, development organizations, and private corporations can all of them can issue your social bonds. So what is the key feature that is required for these social bonds? So the most important, or you can say the key features. Now, the key features that is required for the social bond is the requirement for the issuers to measure and report on what? On the social and environmental outcomes of the project funded. That means what you need to do is that you need to talk about the output, or the environmental outcome that is coming or that is generated out of these social bonds. Okay, now what else could be done? Now this see, there are multiple types of social bonds also. Now what they are, these social bonds which I told you, one is your having green bonds, you are having social impact bonds, you are having sustainable bonds, which I just did with you. Now what is India's first social impact bond? So this was brought by MOU, by an MOU between the Pimpri Chedwar Municipal Corporation. So Pimpri Chedwar Municipal Corporation. So there was an MOU that was signed, and this MOU was between the PCMC, that is your Pimpri Chirwal Municipal Corporation, and UNDP. So that was India's first social impact bond. Fine. So this is what you need to know about social bonds. Let's move on to the next analysis. The next analysis with respect to Just a minute. Okay, so you have got what? Global dispute settlement, and this global dispute settlement, India and appellate review. So the recent concluded G20 declaration, among its many commitments, reiterated the need to pursue reforms of World Trade Organization to improve all its functions and conduct proactive discussions. So, what was that? To ensure a fully and well functioning dispute settlement system that is accessible to all members by 2024. That means what they are talking about is in order to improve the discussions, and for what reason or for what matter, so as to have a well functioning dispute settlement system. And this will be accessible to all the members. So the WTO's dispute settlement system, conceived as a two-tier panel come, that is appellate body structure, has been dysfunctional. So the authors are saying that this two-tier panel has been dysfunctional since 2019 because the United States has blocked the appointment of appellate body members. Now hailed as the crown jewels of WTO, the dispute settlement system with the scope for appellate review and mechanism to enforce rulings has issued over 493 rulings since its establishment in 1995. That from 1995 up till now, there are how many rulings? 493 rulings. To put this in context, the International Court of Justice has dealt with only around 190 cases in 1947. The appellate body has been crucial in ensuring coherence and predictability in ruling, ensuring confidence in WTO's dispute settlement process. That means the whole issue behind here is that people have a lot of confidence on the dispute settlement of WTO, but the current scenario, what they are saying is that this scenario is actually leading to what? A lot of questioning. Why? Because here you see what they are saying is that US has blocked the appointment of appellate body members. So while the commitment expressed in G20 declaration is heartening, whether it will have an appellate process or just be a one-stage panel process, given Washington's continued opposition to an appellate review process. Now, what is happening on the ISDS way? Now, while the future of WTO's appellate process is uncertain, another area of international law witnessing the formative stages of an appellate process is an international investment law through investor state dispute settlement and ubiquitous component of bilateral investment treaties. So ISDS today is the principal means to settle international investment law disputes. That means ISDS is dealing with your settlement of international investment law. Now, what is the benefit of reviewing the whole appellate? So, a critical structural facets of ISDS mechanism is that it operates through ad hoc or an on one-off arbitration tribunals without any appellate reviewer. The absence of an appellate review mechanism has meant that inconsistent and incoherent decision and legal reasoning dot the landscape of international investment law. So this has caused instability and improbability for states and foreign investors, making the regime very chaotic. That means there is a lot of instability that is being seen. Now, an appellate review mechanism will allow for rectifying errors of law and harmonizing the diverging interpretations. It will have the power to uphold, modify, or reverse the decision of first tier tribunal and thus bring coherence and consistency. Other than that, what they are talking about is that International Center for Settlement of Disputes, an institution India is a not member of. So India is not a member of. So further, such annulment proceedings can only address limited issues. That means the issues that they are addressing is quite limited, and this need to be broadened. And what are the kind of issues that they are dealing with? That is improper constitution of an arbitration tribunal or corruption, but cannot correct the legal interpretations. Now, the appellate mechanism will also be superior to getting an ISDS award set aside on limited procedural ground. Discussions on creating an appellate review mechanism are ongoing at United Nations Commission on International Trade Law. What else they are saying? There are several critical issues in creating an appellate review, such as what form it should take, an ad hoc appellate mechanism or a standing appellate mechanism, what the standard to review the decisions of the first tier tribunal should be there, and at what time frame the dispute should be resolved. Now, these issues will hopefully be thrashed out at United Nations Commission on International Trade Law, or I. Now, what is India stand for the same? Although India has not made a formal statement on this issue, India presumably supports the idea of an appellate review in the ISDS, because Article 29 of the Indian model BIT talk of it, given India's concern about the inconsistency and incoherence in the ISDS system, supporting the creation of appellate review mechanism will be India's interest. That means they are talking about what? Having a appellate review system. So India is probably, or it will be going for this one. So in any case, India will have to take a stand on this issue as part of the ongoing investment treaty negotiations with European Union. Creation of an appellate review mechanism for investment disputes. Since India's quest has always been to establish a rule-based global order, it should support an appellate review which will usher in greater confidence for states, investors in international investment law. For those same reasons, India would also push for restoration of WTO appellate body towards achieving the goal of fully and well functioning dispute resolution or settlement system by WTO. So India's stand is not yet very clear, but most probably it will be going for an appellate review system. Why? Because we have multiple investments that are with, we have a multiple investments which are there with European Unions. For that, we require to go for such system. Okay, so thank you so much.